A lot of people trust and people think that are credible. I also think that Deion can't believe and doesn't believe that his son would do some of the things.
Shedeur Sanders didn't just sign an FL contract. He flipped the entire system on its head. As a fifth-round pick, 144th overall, most people expected him to quietly earn his spot on the roster.
Was on the field. He was the star quarterback. He was featured on national television every week.
And I think that's incredibly unfair to the young man.
Instead, he came in with a deal that has executives scrambling and agents rewriting their entire playbook. What looked like a standard rookie contract at first, a 4-year, $4.6 million agreement with the Browns, turned out to be one of the most disruptive moves the league has seen in years. While the rest of the league was focused on first-round QBs, chasing $100 million paydays, something very different was happening behind the scenes. Shedeur wasn't negotiating like a rookie. He was negotiating like a brand. He introduced something the NFL had never seen before: prime equity. And it wasn't just a marketing gimmick. It was a direct challenge to how value is measured in pro football.
The prime equity is a concept that blends power, brand power, media leverage, and ownership mindset inspired by the legacy of Deion Coach Deion Sanders and carried forward by Shedeur Sanders. It's not a real contract clause yet, but it's a new age negotiating weapon for players like Shedeur who bring more to the table than just football talent.
Prime equity is based on everything a player contributes to the table, including audience influence, merchandising story, and touchdowns. Shedeur entered the league with a media empire already established. His Instagram lives resembled fan rallies. More than social media updates, his Twitch streams featured live interaction, and his YouTube vlogs garnered millions of views. Shedeur was making the most of his collegiate time, while the majority of rookies were getting ready for combine interviews.
Equity, a player's total value beyond the field, including their media brand, fan base influence, content rights, merch sales, NIL history, and ability to generate attention, revenue, and culture. It's the prime way of doing business, not just playing the game, but owning the attention, audience, and upside.
This was more than simply a football deal. It included a long-term ownership plan, a commercial relationship, and a media arrangement. Then the information began to surface. Insider rumors state that a media rights clause hidden in Addendum 8. One of Shedeur's contract exists. It's the section that completely turned the league upside down. He receives a $2 million incentive if his programming receives 10 million views on all platforms during the season. Furthermore, he maintains complete control of any behind-the-scenes material: his documentary clips, live streaming, and blog material. None of it can be claimed by the NFL. Additionally, he agreed to a 20% share in all Browns products bearing his name or trademark.
Matters. His real legacy, it's not the business, it's everything that he has taught his children.
Revenue. And perhaps most shocking of all, he secured a clause that gives him the option to co-invest in the team's future media ventures. That means Shedeur Sanders, a fifth-round rookie, has the right to buy into the team's entertainment assets. Like a venture capitalist. That's not just bold, that's historic. And think about that.
He's a rookie. And by the way, while you're looking at him, you also want to see what Dillon Gabriel will bring to the table.
Yet, it fits who he is perfectly. When he was still in college, Shedeur was already earning serious money from NIL deals. Some estimates placed his income between $2 to $3 million a year before he ever touched an NFL field. So, he didn't need the NFL to get paid. He already had the money, the following, and the leverage. What he needed was ownership control.
Shedeur's unique leverage as an elite athlete, content creator, culture icon, and media mogul is in the making. He's not just playing in the NFL, he's bringing the entire media ecosystem in.
That's why prime equity is such a problem for the NFL. It breaks the old system. For decades, players got paid based on a simple formula: stats, wins, Pro Bowls. Now suddenly you've got players coming in with millions of followers, media infrastructure, and directo fan revenue. The old metrics don't tell the whole story anymore. And Shedeur isn't the only one. A wave of athletes with massive college followings is entering the league. If they start demanding similar deals, if they start treating their brand as part of their contract value, franchises will have no choice but to adapt or fall behind.
NFL contract that include prime equity incentives, the first of its kind in league history.
It only impacts players. It alters the way teams function. In addition to scouts and coaches, several front offices are already hiring brand gurus and content strategists. The NFL has dominated the media for many years. The audience belongs to teams, not players. Shedeur, however, changed that. Everywhere he goes, his crowd follows him. Every vlog, broadcast, and post creates engagement that the team is unable to provide. In the past, the league's most prized commodity was that type of attention. It is now the player's property. The Browns signed more than one quarterback. They acquired a media engine. Shedeur's name receives free publicity whenever it becomes popular. Each and every piece of content he releases draws attention to Cleveland. And it's all monetized, which is the nicest part for him. He owns everything. The NFL is aware that this is only the beginning and does not receive a cut. Templates for rookie contracts are already being revised by agents. How do I get a prime equity clause? Is the question that college players with large AL deals are phoning their representatives to ask. Owners are anxious, and rightfully so, as the balance of power will change if Shedeur succeeds. The players control the plot in addition to simply playing the game. Goes beyond a contract. It's a reset of culture. And there is a fundamental truth from the outset. The new money is attention. Previously, the NFL dominated that market, but now players may speak directly to fans. At any point, Shedeur has the option to launch a live broadcast, post a behind-the-scenes video, or issue a limited edition sweatshirt. Additionally, money, clicks, and views don't need to go through the league first. Even media intermediaries like NFL Network, ESPN, and Fox are no longer necessary. A news conference is not necessary for Shedeur. He is able to go live. He is not in need of a sponsorship agreement. He has a distinct brand. He is creating a legacy substance. His career is being handled similarly to a corporate portfolio. All streams, merchandise, and documentaries are not pastimes. They are assets and sources of income. And the league is most afraid of that aspect. Because franchises will need to change into media firms in order to remain relevant if additional players follow his example. In addition to scouts, G-Miz will also attend meetings with social analysts. There will be competition for talent from other teams as well. Platforms like YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram will compete for the hearts and money of the next fan base. Deion Sanders' statement, "We don't sign contracts, we build legacies," was more than simply a catchphrase. It was a statement. Shedeur was also paying attention. The NFL system is not where he's supposed to be. He has come to construct his own. Prime equity is not a catchphrase. It is a weapon, a warning, and a blueprint. Additionally, if it becomes popular, the league will never be the